We're back with another update on the tragedy that occurred in Guyana, involving 116 passengers and 17 crew members, all of whom were aboard the M.V Barima ferry when it capsized off the Essequibo coast. Up to the time of uploading this video, rescuers had saved approximately 67 people, including men, women, and children. 2 recovered passengers were officially confirmed dead, while approximately 60 persons remain unaccounted for and are feared deceased. The vessel capsized on the night of July 18, 2026, while on its way to Port Kaituma. We're hearing varying and conflicting accounts of what actually transpired aboard and what may be the true cause of the tragedy. A thorough and transparent investigation by experts in the field of maritime tragedy can help determine what was the underlying cause of the tragedy. Today, we want you to hear directly from survivors and government officials tracking the tragedy. Our hearts go out to all of those who are impacted by this tragedy.
A point to note is that the M.V Barima has a cargo capacity of 284 tons, of which at the time of the incident, it had a manifest weight of 268 tons. Within the capacity of the vessel. It is also licensed to carry in excess of 300 passengers. And at the time of the incident, there were only 116 passengers aboard, along with a crew of 17.
Yesterday we went on the boat, and they overload the boat, right? Top middle and the bottom, ram it stops. And water get in the hatch and sink the boat, and the boat ended up turning. Before we left, they was trying to get the boat off the sandbank because they parked the boat inside and it's stuck up with the mud, and they had about 3/4 to an hour trying to get it off. And when they get it off, it started working from one engine, and they still go with it. They stop. You got the mechanic man working on the engine and still forcing the boat to go.
The boat was not overloaded by passengers or by cargo. There was no engine problem or any mechanical problem. Even the survivors who made videos from the hospital, they're telling you what happened. And it had nothing to do with overload and boat taking in water. It had to do with the tide.
That the boat was overfull, overload. And there was a lot of people at the top. The water was down inside. That make the boat thing. Because when you got the water on this side, the water on the other side, and the most of the people on this side.
Nobody
and then what happened like the thing over. And it didn't happen like half a second. Water can even fast.
10, 20. Me have my phone in my hand, so I just been check the time. And it's getting up, for call me son when I see everybody just brace down one side, all the people running down.
So the incident happened around 10:30 p.m. And what time was it? 5 in the morning.
The vessel is not seaworthy. I just received some documents, and I will be publishing the documents so that everyone can see. It is not seaworthy. They don't even have a manifest to know how much force is. We need a manifest. We want them to publish the manifest so that we can see, the country can see how much force is on board our vessel. And why is it, if this incident happened at 10:30 p.m., based on survivors here, why is it at 5 a.m. then vessels arrive? 7 hours after. Why is it so long?
You see, what is happening right now is a lot of people on the ground feel like there's a misinformation campaign going on. When you try to, for instance, just treat the people as quickly as possible and get them out to the hospitals, it feels like you're trying to make sure that you cover up something, and that's not what we want to do.
I feel the boat must be black up somewhere or something because that, right? I was sitting in the hammock and I saw the boat go like this. And then after, I wait, and when it rolled over, I watching it going back like this, but it keep going over. So what I did, I waited till when it raised up and I plunged. And the wave shy me back in the boat. So I had to just loose my bag and start fighting to catch the top. I reach the top, it sent me back again. 2 times I get through back. But I just relax, catch myself and start paddling and I come up top. When I come up and I see the light, I say praise Father and I start swimming and hold on from 2 Vanillin, 2 long Vanillin, 4, hold on under, then I watch to see a bottle, hold on in the bottle, and hold on in the gas bottle and I hug the 2 together. And I got about 4 or 9 other people come and we were on that. We even had to go with your baby, hold it, and that was it.
The M.V Barima, at the time of the incident, was outfitted with 250 life jackets, 6 inflatable life rafts, and 2 rigid life rafts. The assets deployed have been significantly increased, and as of now, we have both air and sea assets that are continuing to search the area. And here I'm talking about state assets and support from the private sector. Local fisherfolk with knowledge of the area have also responded as part of the search and rescue efforts. The 3 command centers that were established as of 7 a.m. this morning are one at Mabruma, one at Port Kaituma, and one at Yana in Georgetown. And there we have personnel from the Ministry of Human Services and Social Security and from the Transport and Harbor Department and from the Ministry of Public Works that are meeting with the relatives of those who were on the boat at the time of the incident. The families of those rescued and all manifested persons, therefore, on the voyage, including the crew, have been engaged. The captain and the mate of the ship, who were rescued, have since returned to the area as part of the rescue operations. Our local leaders in Regions 2 and 1, with support of the Civil Defense Commission and staff of the Ministry of Human Services and Social Security, have been providing psychosocial support in those regions and here in Georgetown, as mentioned before, at the Yana site.
So we will be heading out back along the Essequibo coast, about 5 miles out from the Essequibo coast, to continue the search. We will update you accordingly so that the public can be aware, and just keep all of us in your prayers to ensure that we can find, you never know, find some more of the persons alive on board the vessel. So we will be tuning off now to head out back to the ocean and continue the search.